today I'm going to share with you my recent travel experience to Varadero, Cuba. If you are traveling to Cuba for the first time, or it's been a long time since you've been there, so you definitely want to watch this video till the end. So let's dive into the ultimate travel guide to Varadero, Cuba. Varadero, Cuba is known to be one of the most stunning beach destinations in the Caribbean, with 20 kilometers of powdery white sand, crystal clear turquoise water, and that signature Cuban charm. Varadero is a tropical dream that deserves a spot on your bucket list. I was in Cuba last month, March 2025. I want to share with you everything you need to know before traveling to Cuba on your next trip.
Every step a brand new start. Feel the joy within your heart. Viva la vida we ever saw.
First is where to book. If you are in Canada, book your flight with either Sunwing, Air Transat, or Air Canada. If you are not, some travel apps like Expedia, Costco Travel, or Travelocity provides an all-inclusive tour packages as well. That means that flights, airport transfers, hotel or resorts accommodation plus food, that includes breakfast till dinner, are included as well. For me, I would recommend this type of packages for peace of mind, convenience, and safety. And my experience with Sunwing, it was pretty good. However, our flight back to Canada was delayed. We were delayed for over 3 hours. However, there was no food, not even water that were given to us, and I could see the frustrations of most passengers. Secondly is the money that you need to bring. I would strongly recommend to bring Canadian or US dollar currencies. Cubans accept Canadian, US dollar, and even euro for tipping or mode of payment. You can exchange your money when you land at the airport. Every hotel or resort has pretty much all the major currencies, or even with a local bank. Another way is that you can meet with hotel workers. They can actually exchange your money for you, and they will give you the best exchange rate as opposed to the local bank or at the airport. One fun fact, they value more Canadian, US dollar, or euro currencies than their own currency. We were told that their national currency is pretty much worthless and that they cannot do anything about with that money.
We find our peace, endless journeys never seen.
Third is, of course, the beach. Varadero, Cuba is known to be home to pristine shores, swaying palm trees, and world-class resorts. This place is one of the Caribbean's most famous beach destinations. Honestly, I've been to many beaches in Latin America, and this is by far one of my favorites. The Varadero beach, it's the best place to lay down your beach towel and soak up the sun and just enjoying the moment. Sounds like a perfect vacation to me. The sand is soft as flour, the water is warm year-round, and the colors look straight out of a postcard. Personally, I like the Varadero, Cuba beach than any other beaches in Cancun, Mexico, or in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. It's a perfect getaway to skip winter, build memories with family, or just a solo traveler to escape the busy city life. Fourth is the accommodation or hotel. When it comes to accommodation, Varadero has something for every type of traveler, from all-inclusive luxury resorts like Royalton Haikacas and Milea Varadero to budget-friendly casas particulares where you can live like a local. In my case, I've stayed in this villa type near the beach. So you have this living area with a mini ref. This is the fully air conditioned bedroom. This is their washroom area.
Feel the joy within your heart. Viva la vida.
Basically, most resorts are beachfront, so you can wake up, walk a few steps, and be in the ocean. It's a vibe. And don't forget to bring bug spray or off lotion or insect repellent. In my experience, there's a lot of mosquitoes in there, especially if you are at the beach. The hotel room are fully air conditioned. However, take note that Cuba experience power interruptions most often and sometimes lasted for a few hours. So just setting up the expectations there. In fact, there are times that the Canadian government issued a travel advice and advisories due to nationwide power outage, and even cautioning tourists to exercise a high degree of caution in Cuba due to shortages of basic necessities including food, medicine, and fuel. There's a free Wi-Fi at the beach or at the hotel, however, it is pretty slow. Number 5. The food and drinks. They have a variety of choices like buffet style from breakfast till dinner, but for me, I can only taste the salt or bland flavor. Honestly, I would recommend to bring your own spices like paprika, ketchup, most recommended, or any type of sauce. I don't want to sugarcoat, but for me, in Cuba, you don't have the best food. I think that's the downside of your travel. I don't know if they import spices or food from the USA or it is forbidden by the government. Comment down below if you knew. Resort food can be repetitive, but then going to the same buffet for a week is also repetitive. Some hotels offers an a la carte menu, however, the taste is also bland. Another advice that I could recommend to you is do not use ice on all of your drinks since it came from a tap water and it is not as clean as the first world countries. So always use bottled water for drinking for your health safety, and all resorts provided bottled water replacement every day, which is great. Sodas and beers are unlimited for resorts all-inclusive packages. There are desserts as well like ice cream and cupcakes. I like their ice cream a lot and that tastes really good. Number 6. The excursions or activities. For me, I've stayed there for a week, like 7 days. I have all the time to do the excursions. There's more to Varadero than just the beach. You can take a catamaran cruise to Cayo Blanco, a tiny island with even whiter sand and incredible snorkeling. If you are an adventure junkie, this next activity is for you. It is called paragliding. It is a type of extreme sports for those people who are interested in aerial view. If you stay in the resort, they offers various activities every day to entertain people, so definitely you don't get bored. I would also recommend to take a day trip to Havana if you plan to visit Varadero. From Varadero to Havana, it takes roughly about 1.5 to 2 hours drive. So I would recommend to do a Havana day tour, the capital city of Cuba. You can explore the city's historical landmarks, cultural attractions, and enjoying its vibrant atmosphere. Expect to see the classic cars, visit iconic squares like Plaza de la Revolucion, and delve into the rich history of the city. You could also experience the local culture through music, dance, and food, or the old Havana. You can see the Spanish influence from their architecture, history, and vintage charm. Most of the Havana day tour includes free lunch and water, so you don't need to worry about the food during excursions, which is great. So overall, it is clear that my trip to Varadero was more than just a getaway. It was an unforgettable experience. From the moment I arrived, we were welcomed by the vibrant Cuban culture, warm hospitality, and the stunning natural beauty that defines this Caribbean paradise. The beaches of Varadero truly lived up to their reputation. Endless stretches of powdery white sand, crystal clear turquoise waters, and breathtaking sunsets that never got old. Day trips to nearby places like Havana offered a glimpse into the country's rich history and vibrant street life, providing a perfect contrast to the laid-back vibe of Varadero. But what really makes my trip unforgettable weren't just the beaches or the beautiful views. It was the feeling. Waking up with no rush, sipping coffee while watching the sunrise, dancing without caring who was watching, and just being completely present. Those are the moments that will stick with me the most.
Feel the joy